Okay, you know that blank look you get when you mention metric conversions? Yeah, that one. Well, today, we're going to dive into a super hands-on game that's designed to turn all that confusion into real confidence. We're talking about making measurement meaningful, memorable, and you guessed it, actually fun. I mean, it's the question we all ask ourselves, right? How do we get our students past just memorizing a rule like multiply by 100? How do we get them to actually understand the relationship between the units? How do we make it stick for good? Well, the answer is pretty simple, actually. Turn practice into play. So let me introduce you to the measurement wheel. And I promise this is not just another worksheet. It's a really cool interactive challenge that gets your students spinning, calculating, and, this is the best part, talking through their mathematical reasoning. So let's get into the basics of how this all works. And honestly, here's the best part for all you busy teachers out there. This game is so simple and low prep. I'm talking you can have it ready to go in just a few minutes. Okay, so what's the goal here? At its core, the game is all about those key measurement standards. Comparing and converting metric units for length, weight, and volume. It's totally targeted practice, just cleverly disguised as a really fun game. And get this, you're not going to need to go raiding the supply closet for this one. The materials are just things you probably already have lying around. A standard deck of cards, a six-sided die, the worksheet and spinner, which you can just print out, a paperclip, and a pencil. That's it. Seriously, you can have this up and running in your classroom in under 5 minutes. All right, so what does a round of this actually look like when your students are playing? Let's break down the gameplay. It's just 6 simple steps. Oh, and just a quick heads up before we start. The face cards have their own special values. An ace is 1, a jack is 11, a queen is 12, and a king is 13. All the other number cards are just, well, their own value. Super simple. Okay, here's how a player's turn works. First up, you roll the die, and that tells you which spinner you're using, length, weight, or volume. Then you spin that spinner twice. The first spin gives you your starting unit, and the second spin gives you the unit you're converting to. After that, you draw 4 cards from the deck to get your numbers. Then you just fill out the worksheet doing those 4 conversions. You get 1 point for every one you get right, and that's it. The player with the most points after 5 rounds is the winner. It's pretty fast-paced, which is great for keeping everyone engaged. So yeah, those are the rules. They're simple enough. But the real magic of this game, it isn't in the spinning or the scoring. Nope, it's in the conversations it sparks. Let's actually walk through a sample round so you can see how this game gets kids having some real, genuine math talk. So just picture this happening in your classroom, okay? We've got 2 students, let's call them Alex and Ben. It's Alex's turn, and he spun meters for his starting unit and centimeters for his target unit. So Alex draws a 4 from the deck. You can almost see the gears turning in his head, right? He's thinking, okay, 4 meters, 2 centimeters, I need to multiply by 100, that's 400 centimeters, and boom, he gets the right answer. But this, right here, is where the real learning kicks in. And this is the crucial part. His partner, Ben, doesn't just nod and say, yep. He uses one of those amazing math talk prompts. He asks, hey, can you explain your reasoning? How did you know you were supposed to multiply? That one little question completely shifts the focus. It's not just about getting the right answer anymore. It's about explaining the thinking that got you there. And this is exactly what we want to hear, right? Alex thinks for a second and says, well, I multiplied because the unit I'm converting to, centimeters, is smaller than a meter, so I'm going to need more of them. Yes, that right there, that's a true, deep understanding of the concept, not just some rule he memorized from a textbook. Okay, so you've seen how it works. Now you're probably wondering, how can I bring this into my own classroom and make sure it works for all my students? Let's talk about just that, integration and differentiation. The real beauty of this game is just how versatile it is. It's absolutely perfect as a self-directed activity for your math centers. It works so well for partner work, like we just saw with Alex and Ben. You could even project it up on the board for a fun whole class review, or just use it as a quick warm-up for your small groups. And it is so easy to differentiate. I mean, if you need to simplify things for some students, you could have them use only one spinner, maybe just focus on length for a while, or even have them work on a single conversion pair, like meters to centimeters. And for your students who are ready for a bigger challenge, let them design their own spinners with customary units like inches and feet. Or even better, have them try some cross-system conversions.
Now, the game itself is an amazing starting point, but you can push that thinking even deeper with some really good follow-up questions. So after everyone's played, bring the class together and ask things like, so how did you guys know when to multiply versus when to divide? Or when might you actually need to do this in real life? These are the kinds of questions that really connect the game back to the big picture and why this stuff actually matters.
And, that really gets to the heart of why a game like this is so powerful. When your students are spinning, calculating, and really talking through their reasoning, they're not just practicing a worksheet skill. They're building real mathematical confidence and, maybe even more importantly, curiosity. So go ahead, print out the worksheet, grab a deck of cards, and just give it a try. I think you'll be amazed at how dynamic and insightful your students' conversations about measurement can really become.